The basic economic problem is that resources are scarce, but humans have infinite needs, wants, and desires. Therefore, we make daily choices, choosing how to allocate these limited resources in the most efficient way. The purpose of an economy is to produce goods and services to cater to meet our needs and wants. Scarce resources mean that they are in limited supply. This does not only refer to things like cash. We can think of time as being in limited supply. If we imagine there are only 24 hours in a day and we make daily choices and decisions which involve trade-offs about how we choose to spend our time. Land is also in limited supply as it faces a lot of pressure from farming and urbanization. For example, Meg has 3 choices when traveling to work. She can either travel by car, train, or bus. If she chooses to travel by car, the next best alternative, which was to travel by train, is foregone. Or if you have a £20 note, you can either eat out at a restaurant or go to the cinema. If you choose to eat out, the next best alternative, which was going to the cinema, is foregone. Microeconomics. So what is microeconomics? Well, macroeconomics looks at the economy as a whole, looking at areas such as GDP, inflation, unemployment, and trade. In contrast, microeconomics focuses on the smaller scale, looking at decisions made by individual consumers, governments, and businesses. In particular, the interaction between demand and supply, which determine the price. Microeconomics is key in helping businesses understand consumer behavior and helping consumers decide how best to allocate their cash to maximize satisfaction. In economics, we have 4 main factors of production: land, capital, labor, and enterprise. Land refers to things like oceans, forests, and everything within them, including oils and minerals. Capital includes resources used in production. They can either be working, such as buying a stock or share in a company or having bank balances, or fixed capital, which refers to money invested in assets such as machinery or factories. Labor refers to the human input, such as the engineer that designs our planes or the trains that we travel in. An enterprise refers to an entrepreneur that thinks of an idea that meets a certain market need. They then sell that product or service for a profit. Some factors can be non-renewable, fossil fuels such as coal and gas, meaning they are in limited supply, and some can be renewable, such as wind energy or oxygen. The reward for land is rent, for capital it's interest, for labour, wages, and enterprise it's profit. Let's move on to the production possibility frontier or curve. What does a PPF show? This graph represents certain points at which the economy is producing, I've taken for example product X and Y, the most efficiently. By efficiency, we are referring to all available resources being used. In this example, I have chosen product X and Y. Bear in mind this could be any 2 products such as books and laptops or rice and wheat. I've plotted a few key points on the graph. Looking at points B, C and D, we can see they all lie on the PPF. Because they lie on the curve, they are the most efficient points as all available resources are being utilised. The PPF also shows opportunity cost. If we move from point B to C, we are producing more of product X, but there is a trade-off and opportunity cost as we are now producing less of product Y. The graph can also be shown by a straight line to show a constant opportunity cost. Each extra unit of product X produced means giving up the same amount of product Y. An inward bowed curve would show a decreasing opportunity cost. Looking at point A, there is an underutilization of resources. There is inefficiency, i.e. wastage. This point is common if a country is going through a recession. Point E with your current resources is unattainable. However, the PPF could shift out to the right if there was an increase in technology, productivity, or resources. The curve can also shift inwards if there was a fall in the country's productive capacity.